Duryodhan, the central negative character of Mahabharat, the real reason behind the Kurukshetra. It's been thought that the great Vyas gave him a name which means wicked and cruel. But that's not true. This is history. All the names were real. Duryodhan was indeed named by his father, as the name means the one who is undefeatable. And Dushasan means whose shasan, that is, order, has no denial. Without learning the true meaning of these names, many people blame Vyas for giving those cruel names. Duryodhan was another avatar of Kalipurush who tormented people. His thoughts were all wicked. He never thought of anyone's well-being. He brayed like a donkey when he was born. Terrified by this sound, foxes started howling, and disasters have happened. When the astrologers have checked his horoscope, they predicted that he would become the destroyer of the clan and advised Dhritarashtra to slay this one son and save the entire clan. But he could not kill his elder son. Kauravas were not born from the womb of the mother. When Kaurava's mother Gandhari was pregnant, she couldn't deliver the babies in 9 months, not even after a long waiting of 2 years. In the meantime, Kunti and Madri gave birth to Pandavas. Gandhari grew envious as his son has lost the chance to be the eldest one and to be the heir of the throne of Hastinapur, while Dharmaraj, the eldest son of Kunti, has gained it. Gandhari struck on her stomach in frustration, which resulted in the birth of a hard mass of flesh. Then sage Vyas has divided them into 101 parts, each about the size of a thumb. These were put into the pots full of clarified butter and some other chemicals. In this way, Kauravas are the first test tube babies in this world. Sage Vyas had brought this technology into this world. As they were born out of the envy of the mother, they also acquired these malevolent characteristics, and Duryodhan was abundant with those traits. Since his childhood, Duryodhan was extremely jealous of the Pandavas, which led him to his doom. He planned several times to kill Bhim and planned several conspiracies against Pandavas. He never had any respect for elders or sages and saints. Once he disrespected sage Maitreyi and became a victim of his anger. The sage cursed Duryodhan that he will meet his death in the hands of Bhim by getting hit on his thighs. And so it happened. Arrogance is the main characteristic of Duryodhan, but he was wrongly portrayed as a heroic person with self-esteem, while the reality was in contrary to it. Duryodhan had all the traits that can lead one to one's downfall: anger, arrogance, jealousy, enviousness, and respect towards elders are the assets of Duryodhan. His own jealous has killed him. In Mahabharat, he was described as the Kalipurush. Duryodhan had a great greed for the throne of Hastinapur. But though Kauravas were 100 in number, they were no match to the 5 Pandavas. Pandavas gained good name and fame through their behavior, which have further flared up the fire of jealousy in Duryodhan. He knew that Pandavas are the rightful heirs of the throne, which was his biggest fear. Especially the capabilities of Arjun and Bhim gave him nightmares. So he plotted many conspiracies to kill them, but had failed eventually. On the other hand, Shakuni, who was waiting for a chance, had found Duryodhan as the right choice. After Gandhari's marriage, Shakuni came to Hastinapur and started staying there. Duryodhan never cared Shakuni at the beginning, but Shakuni identified the grudge Duryodhan had towards Pandavas and used it in his favor. He had the greed to get Hastinapur under his control if Pandavas were doomed. Among all the brothers of Duryodhan, there was no one who can match to Arjun's valor. So he picked Karn. Duryodhan gained courage after Karn's arrival. Though he was a charity's son, he was made the king of Anga kingdom and made him as one of them. Like this, Dushasan, Shakuni, and Karn have become the other faces of Duryodhan, like jealous, hatred, and arrogance. Under the disguise of Ardharaj, that is half kingdom, Pandavas were given the useless Khandavprasth as per Duryodhan's manipulation, while he took Hastinapur, which was already well established. But with the help of Sri Krishna, the Khandavprasth has turned into beautiful Indraprasth. which was now the Purana Khil of New Delhi. Such a great city was built in those days. Maya constructed the Maya Sabha, which made Duryodhan extremely jealous. He slipped into a lake in the illusionary castle and lied to Dhritarashtra that Draupadi has laughed at him. While it was written in Mahabharat that Draupadi was not even present there. Being unable to handle the situation, Duryodhan had lied saying that Sri Krishna also laughed at him. He arranged for the dice game with the help of Shakuni, and Pandavas lost the game. Had it been ended there, the great war of Kurukshetra had not have taken place, but Duryodhan has acted as a lunatic after the game. He made Draupadi's disrobal in the full court and sent Pandavas on exile. Duryodhan's doom was decided right at that moment. Draupadi's grave insult has written the death note for Duryodhan. Bhima has taken oath to rip apart Duryodhan's thighs. Duryodhan stood as a clan destroyer as depicted at the time of his birth. Dhritarashtra never corrected his son's misbehavior. He was not only blind by sight but also by limitless love towards his son. Though being very intelligent, he became ignorant with unjust love and thus led to the end of Kuru dynasty. Duryodhan didn't leave Pandavas on their own even during the exile. He tried to trouble them every now and then. When he tried to attack them in the forest, he was thrashed blue and black by the Gandharvas. Bhima rescued him upon Dharmaraj's order. Duryodhan tried to commit suicide for every petty thing. Though it was depicted as self-esteem, indeed, Duryodhan was very weak psychologically. He couldn't bear anything. When Pandavas were not returned their kingdom after the exile, war became inevitable. Duryodhan's defeat was decided the very day when Sri Krishna took the side of Pandavas. Duryodhan stands as an example of how a man should not behave and what kind of friends one should not have. We can see where this friendship has led Karna in spite of being noble by nature. Duryodhan had 99 brothers, out of whom Vikarna always opposed his ill deeds. Though not known who else also might have opposed him, his attitude was not appreciated by his own brothers. Doubtlessly, Duryodhan was a great warrior. Balaram, the elder brother of Sri Krishna, was an expert in mace fight. While Bhima and Duryodhan both have learned mace fight from him, Duryodhan was always Balaram's favorite student. Duryodhan's married life was also quite interesting. At first he thought to marry Balaram and Sri Krishna's sister, Subhadra, so that all the Yadavas will be in his favor. But Subhadra, having loved Arjun, marries him. He also attended the Swayamvar of Draupadi. There also Arjun becomes an obstacle. Later, he marries Bhanumati. Duryodhan had two wives. Elder one was Bhanumati, the daughter of Chitrangad, the king of Kashi, and the younger one was daughter of Kalinga's king. When Chitrangad announces the Swayamvar of Bhanumati, Duryodhan attends the Swayamvar along with Karna. But Bhanumati ignores Duryodhan and bypasses him. Out of boundless anger, he abducts her and marries her. They had two children, Lakshmana Kumar and Lakshmana. Lakshmana Kumar was also a brave warrior, unlike depicted in the movies. The marriage of Lakshmana Kumar gets fixed with Vatsala, also called Shashireka, the daughter of Balaram. But Vatsala marries Abhimanyu. Duryodhan loses this plot as well. But under strange circumstances, his daughter Lakshmana gets married to Samba, son of Sri Krishna, though Duryodhan was unwilling to it. Though Sri Krishna was related to Duryodhan, he never took his side. Some look at Duryodhan as a heroic character. If one reads Mahabharat completely, one will understand his defects, ill characters, his conspiracies, which can give no good impression on his character. All his life, he was always jealous towards Pandavas and tried to strengthen himself in every mean way possible. Though Karna was good at heart and a very charitable person, he supported Duryodhan to disturb Draupadi in the courtroom. How can he be a role model? In the same way, how can be Duryodhan heroic, who had a great desire to kill the Pandavas right from the age of 10 till the Kurukshetra battle? He kills Abhimanyu by stabbing in the back with the help of Karna. He was not courageous even in the battlefield. Unable to stand the gallantry of Abhimanyu, a 20-year-old boy, he kills Abhimanyu by stabbing in the back with the help of Karna. Is this valor? Even though he had treated his subjects well, he can't be admitted to be great. Still, there are people who worship him as a noble person. At Poruvali in Kerala, there are temples for Duryodhan and Karn, which are operational even now. Every year, grand festivals are celebrated there. When Duryodhan and others have set off to ruin the exile of Pandavas, Kuruva caste people served him with village liquor. As a token of gratitude, Duryodhan gifted them 100 acres of land. He might have done many charities like this, but his grave mistakes can't be wiped away from history due to these. He can be remembered forever only as an arrogant antagonist.